Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of poker. We're talking about top-tier strategies that separate amateurs from pros. If you're serious about improving your game, you're in the right place. We'll break down 10 crucial tips to elevate your game, so buckle up because things are about to get interesting. Listen up because this is crucial. In poker, position is everything. The later your position at the table, the more information you have. You get to see how everyone else acts before making your move. When you're in late position, you can control the pot. You can bluff more effectively, call bets more confidently, and even steal blinds with ease. Early position, on the other hand, is like playing poker blindfolded. You're forced to make decisions with limited information. Mastering position is like learning the alphabet of poker. Once you understand its power, you can start constructing your poker masterpiece. Playing every hand is a surefire way to kiss your chips goodbye. In poker, patience and strategy are your best friends. It's not just about the cards you're dealt, but how you play them. To kiss your chips goodbye, you need to understand that not every hand is worth playing. The key to winning at poker is being selective, choosing your battles wisely. The key to winning at poker is being selective, choosing your battles wisely. Think of every hand as a potential investment. You wouldn't invest in a company that's about to go bankrupt, so why play a weak hand? Think of every hand as a potential investment. You wouldn't invest in a company that's about to go bankrupt, so why play a weak hand? Analyze your cards, consider your position, and trust your gut. Analyze your cards, consider your position, and trust your gut. You need to learn the value of different hands and when to play them. Folding is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of intelligence. You need to learn the value of different hands and when to play them. Folding is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of intelligence. It's about conserving your chips for the hands that really matter. It's about conserving your chips for the hands that really matter. Be patient, choose your hands wisely, and watch your chip stack grow. Remember, it's not about how many hands you play, but how you play them. Be patient, choose your hands wisely, and watch your chip stack grow. Remember, it's not about how many hands you play, but how you play them. The art of hand selection is a crucial skill in poker. The art of hand selection is a crucial skill in poker. It's about knowing when to hold them and when to fold them. It's about making calculated decisions based on the cards you have, the position you're in, and the players around you. It's about making calculated decisions based on the cards you have, the position you're in, and the players around you. A good poker player knows that sometimes the best move is to fold and wait for a better opportunity. A good poker player knows that sometimes the best move is to fold and wait for a better opportunity. By being selective and strategic, you can maximize your chances of winning and minimize your losses. By being selective and strategic, you can maximize your chances of winning and minimize your losses. So the next time you're at the poker table, remember the art of hand selection. It's not about how many hands you play, but how you play them. Choose wisely, play smart, and watch your chip stack grow. Let's talk about bluffing, the most exhilarating aspect of poker. Bluffing is what makes poker not just a game of cards, but a game of wits and nerves. It's the thrill of making your opponents believe you have a stronger hand than you actually do, and watching them fold under the pressure. Bluffing is an art form, a delicate dance between deception and perception. It's about reading your opponents, understanding their tells, and using that information to your advantage. The best bluffs are those that are rooted in a deep understanding of human psychology. It's about convincing your opponents you have the nuts when you're holding nothing. This requires not just a straight face but a whole performance. Your body language, your betting patterns, even the way you handle your chips can all be used to sell your story. But beware, bluffing is not for the faint of heart. It can be a nerve-wracking experience, especially when the stakes are high. The fear of being caught in a bluff can be paralyzing, but it's a fear you must overcome if you want to succeed. It's a high-risk, high-reward proposition that requires nerves of steel. The best bluffers are those who can maintain their composure under pressure, who can stare down their opponents without flinching, and who can make bold moves with confidence. You need a plan, a strategy, and the confidence to see it through. Bluffing isn't just about spur-of-the-moment decisions, it's about careful planning and execution. You need to know when to bluff, how much to bet, and how to react if your bluff is called. Choose your spots carefully and look for players who are weak or indecisive. These are the players who are most likely to fold under pressure. Pay attention to their betting patterns, their body language, and their reactions to different situations. Sell your bluff with body language, betting patterns, and eye contact. Confidence is key. If you don't believe in your own bluff, neither will your opponents. Make your moves with conviction and watch as your opponents second-guess themselves. Poker is as much about psychology as it is about cards. Understanding the mental game is crucial to becoming a successful player. It's about getting inside your opponent's heads, making them doubt their own hands, and manipulating their decisions to your advantage. Get inside your opponent's heads and make them believe you're holding the winning hand. The best poker players are those who can blend skill, strategy, and psychology into a seamless performance. Mastering the poker face is just the beginning. The real challenge lies in mastering the mind game. This is where real poker players are separated from the pretenders. Poker is a game of information, and the more you have, the better your decisions. Think of yourself as a detective, gathering clues about your opponent's hands. Pay attention to their betting patterns and body language. Are they aggressive or passive? Do they fidget when bluffing? Watch for subtle cues that reveal the strength or weakness of their hand. Don't underestimate the power of table talk. Listen to what your opponents are saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Hone your observation skills and trust your instincts. A well-placed read can make all the difference. Let's talk about bankroll management, the most crucial aspect of poker. Even the best players go through losing streaks. Your bankroll is your lifeline, your ammunition against variance. Never play with money you can't afford to lose. The general rule is to have at least 20 buy-ins for the stakes you're playing. This gives you a cushion to absorb losses and play your best game. Poker is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be ups and downs, but effective bankroll management keeps you in the game. Ride out the variance and stay in the game. Ultimately, you'll come out ahead in the long run. Folding is just as important as betting or raising. Knowing when to fold a hand, even a strong one, is crucial. It's about discipline, self-control, and laying down your ego. Too many players fall in love with their cards and refuse to fold. Don't be that player. Folding is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Acknowledge when you're beat, cut your losses, and live to fight another day. Poker is a game of survival. The longer you stay alive, the more opportunities you'll have to win. Patience is not just a virtue in poker, it's a necessity. It's the ability to wait for the right opportunity and avoid rash decisions. Too many players are eager to jump into every pot. Don't be that player. Be patient, observe your opponents, and wait for the right moment to strike. The more hands you play, the more likely you are to make mistakes. Patience is especially important when you're card dead. Wait for a premium hand and then pounce on your opponents. Good things come to those who wait. Let's dive into the numbers game, where poker becomes a science. Poker isn't just about luck or reading your opponents, it's deeply rooted in mathematics. Understanding the math behind poker can turn a casual player into a formidable opponent. Pot odds are the lifeblood of poker decision-making. They are a fundamental concept that every serious player must grasp. By calculating pot odds, you can make more informed decisions that increase your chances of winning. They tell you whether it's profitable to call a bet based on potential winnings. Essentially, pot odds help you weigh the risk versus the reward. If the potential reward outweighs the risk, then calling the bet is a smart move. Pot odds are the ratio of the current size of the pot to the cost of calling the bet. For example, if the pot is $100 and it costs you $20 to call, your pot odds are 5 to 1. This ratio helps you determine whether the call is worth making. Compare pot odds to your hand's equity to determine profitability. Hand equity is the probability that your hand will win at showdown. By comparing these two numbers, you can make more strategic decisions. Equity is your chance of winning the hand if it goes to showdown. For instance, if you have a 20% chance of winning, your hand equity is 20%. This percentage is crucial in deciding whether to call, raise, or fold. If your equity is higher than the pot odds, calling is profitable. This means that the potential reward justifies the risk you're taking. It's a calculated gamble that can pay off in the long run. If lower, folding is the correct play. Knowing when to fold is just as important as knowing when to call. It helps you minimize losses and stay in the game longer. With practice, you can develop a feel for pot odds. The more you play, the better you'll get at quickly calculating these odds in your head. This skill can give you a significant edge over less experienced players. Make quick, intuitive decisions at the table. Over time, these calculations will become second nature, allowing you to focus more on other aspects of the game, like reading your opponents and managing your bankroll. Mastering the math behind poker can transform your game and make you a more formidable player. Poker is a game of deception and keeping your opponents guessing. If they can read you, you're toast. The key is to have a balanced poker game, mixing aggression and passivity. Keep your opponents on their toes, constantly guessing your next move. Mix up your bet sizing and vary your timing. The more unpredictable you are, the harder it is for opponents to read you. Poker is a game of adaptation. Adjust your play based on table dynamics and opponents' tendencies. Be observant, be creative, and never let your opponents get comfortable. Poker is not a game you can master overnight. It takes time, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of improvement. Even the best players constantly study and refine their game. Identify your weaknesses and work on fixing them. Are you calling too much with weak hands, bluffing at the wrong times? Use available resources like books, articles, and training videos. Don't underestimate the power of hand review. Analyze your play after every session to identify mistakes. By identifying mistakes, you can avoid repeating them. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, subscribe and hit the bell icon. We're here to help you transform your game. Poker is a game of skill, strategy, and a bit of luck. With hard work and the right mindset, you can stack the odds in your favor. Leave a comment with your favorite poker tip or any questions. See you at the tables.